Evelyn to Philip, Saturday, March 20th, 1943, 7:20 p.m. Dearest Phil, last night I cried and cried and cried and cried. It was that miserable and lonely. The crying eased some of the lead weight that had settled in my chest and became unbearable. I solemnly promise not to tell you this, but since it can be repaired, I'll tell you. Last night, shortly before you called, Harry, in a fit of laughter, caught Goldie and pulled her into his lap on our couch. He sort of lost his balance, and both landed on the edge, breaking the right front leg from a sitting position in two. When that leg crashed, so did my nerves. I took it good-naturedly because Harry was frightened beyond words. He didn't know what to do, and especially when you called, he said, "Ooh, she's going to tell him." That's why I didn't. I immediately called Zaslow, and he said he would order a new leg. He cannot promise me he'll get it, as the factory has converted to government work. However, if he can't, he'll mend this one. Please don't let on that I told you, since I promised I wouldn't till it was fixed. When I say my nerves cracked, I mean that I broke down when I was alone. Your call caught me unexpectedly, and I was sincerely happy to hear you. Page 2. Yearning in my heart grew as I spoke. I'm so miserable, sweet. I received 4 cards. Mom, Harry and Goldie, Jack and Gloria, and one from Adele, Harry and Gloria. Harry and Gloria bought me a lovely dawn pink lace top slip, like the one you liked when we went to exchange Tante Shuja's gift slip. Mom wanted to get me satin pajamas, but I selected a brilliant red blouse instead. It buttons down the back and looks as follows. Little picture in the letter. It fits nicely and is different. Hope you like it. Mom is in Frommer's and the gang went downtown. I'm so lonesome, sweet. Wish you would call. Everyone asked whether I got a card from you. Hope one's on the way. I sent that letter, the mean one, because I thought you would have the foresight to save some of your salary for an inexpensive anniversary gift. It hurt to think that you didn't. If you did send something, then skip this. If you didn't, better pay strict attention. I'll send a few dollars along shortly. Well, sweet, our second has come and gone. Do you think our third will find us reunited? I shudder when I look ahead. I measured Adele and she's 26 inches long. Had her out all day. It was sunny and springy. I love you, my darling, and it even hurts to write. That's how much I want you. Evie. Philip to Evelyn, Saturday, March 20th, 1:30 p.m. My beloved Evelyn, today is the day of the year when I should, in all justice, be by your side. But since the fates have decreed otherwise, I can only trace in letters of ink what I would say in heartfelt words, were mine the privilege. As to the physical aspects of my desire to express my love for you, on this our second anniversary, I regret deeply there is no substitute. Know then, my adored wife, that exactly 2 years after our marriage, my love for you has reached such proportions that nothing and no one on this earth has any meaning, nor interest, nor significance except as it concerns us. Every moment I am away from you is a wasted moment, and all the time I'm with you is so filled with happiness and utter contentment that the fabled joys of heaven could hold no greater attraction for me than the all too rare gift of your treasured presence. Since our last anniversary, my own, you have not only embedded yourself more deeply in my heart and mind, but have, to your everlasting glory in my eyes, presented us with a symbol in every respect, the personification of the sweetness, the tenderness, and the beauty of that invisible something, which, although without substance, is yet so real, our love. On this day, my prayer is that on our third anniversary of our union, peace for all freedom-loving peoples will reign once more, and your soldier husband of today will once again be your husband of all the tomorrows. Amen. Your card arrived with your letter this morning, but the sentiments therein expressed were dull and impersonal compared to those which surged from your own dear heart, and flowed into the paper of your letter. As long as you love me, as much as you profess to in this letter, I shall consider myself one of the world's more fortunate beings. I shall never in this life be able to express to you, my darling, the extent of my gratitude for the inestimable gift of your kindest regard, which you have seen fit to bestow upon me. My life shall be dedicated to the task of expressing my thanks in word, thought, and deed. And now wish me luck, for I am about, page 2, to see the lieutenant about a pass. After reading your letter, I feel I owe it to you to try. 3:20 p.m. Yes, my angel. Although I came within a hair's breadth of getting a 7-day furlough, which I shall explain presently, the best I could get is a 3-day pass, and even this, an hour ago, belonged in the category of near impossibility. I shall be with you, my sweet, to have and to hold and to kiss early Wednesday morning, the 23rd. I talked to Lieutenant Benner, the personnel officer, and explained to him that since my brothers were going into the service, and since they lived with my mother, my wife, and baby, it was necessary that I get home to talk things over with the family and decide upon a future course of action. He was entirely sympathetic, and although he can spare me for less than my own CO, he approved the furlough of 7 days, but stipulated that I see Lieutenant Jablonski, my CO, for his approval. I was in seventh heaven for the 15 minutes it took me to see my CO, but Lieutenant Jablonski promptly threw cold water on the idea, telling me it was impossible since I had been home so often and so recently. I pointed out to him that if it became necessary to break up home, I would need all that time to find new quarters, move, etc. But he was adamant and insisted he just couldn't do it. He was of the opinion that 2 days at home would suffice to make any decisions, and that Harry and Jack could take care of the moving, etc. In conclusion, he said he realized that I had been working hard, but the best he could give me was a 3-day pass. Dissembler that I am, pretended disappointment, but inwardly was so elated with the success of my maneuver that I could scarcely contain myself. All I wanted for the present was the opportunity to see you once again. I didn't have the remotest idea of swinging any kind of a furlough, or a pass either. Thank the inspiration of your letter for our good luck. It will cost us $13.50, which you might wire immediately unless you don't think it worth the price, whereupon you must notify me to that effect so that I can borrow the fare, because I would spend many times that amount in return for a few days' bliss with my beloved Evie and my baby Adele. Oh yes, you may now address all future communications to your devoted hubby, Private First Class, Phil Strongman. P.S. Still plenty of time to spare. Still plenty of love to spare for all.